Good afternoon, fellow students in homiletics and Reverend Charlene. Hard to believe, but this is week 7 in our class, and we're getting close to the finish line. Today, our assignment is to tell a short humor story and explain how we would use that in a Sunday lesson. My name is Phyllis Grace DeBella, and it is my pleasure to be here again with you this afternoon. I come to you from Clearwater, Florida, where right now the weather is about 90 degrees, and we are dealing with lots and lots of visitors at this time of the year. Spring breakers, snowbirds, people on vacation. So traffic is one of the more challenging, let's say, aspects of living here at this time of the year. So my story has to do with how we look at that challenge. The story I'm telling you is a man was being tailgated, and if you've ever been tailgated in traffic, you know how stressful that can be. He was being tailgated by a very stressed out woman on a very busy street, probably headed towards the beach. And suddenly the light turned yellow right in front of this man, but he did the right thing, stopping at the crosswalk, even though he could have sped through and beaten that red light. Well, the tailgating woman behind him was absolutely furious when he stopped. She started honking her horn, screaming at him in frustration as she missed her chance to rush through the light. She dropped her cell phone, and she dropped her makeup that she was also putting on while she was driving on this busy boulevard. As she was still in mid-ranting at this man, she heard a little tap, tap, tap on her driver's side window, and when she looked, she saw a very serious police officer standing there telling her to roll down the window. So she rolls down the window, and the officer ordered her to exit her car. He promptly arrested her. He took her to the police station where she was searched, fingerprinted, photographed, and placed in a holding cell. After a couple of hours of her cooling off in this holding cell, or getting more furious also, I am sure, from the conditions she was in when she was arrested, the police officer approached the cell, opened the door, and escorted her back to the booking station in the police station. And he returned her personal effects to her cell phone, and he said to her, "I am very sorry for the mistake, ma'am. You see, I pulled up behind you while you were blowing the horn, flipping off the guy in front of you, and cursing a blue streak at the man. Then I noticed that you had on your bumper a sticker that said, 'What would Jesus do?' I also noticed your bumper sticker that said, 'Follow me to Sunday school.' And then I noticed the Choose Life license plate, and also that you had a chrome-plated Christian fish emblem on the trunk of your car. After my observation, I naturally assumed you stole that car." If you've ever been behind someone like that, or if you have ever been that woman who has been impatient in traffic, you will understand how surprised she was and how the assumption that the officer made was not in fault. How would I use this story in a Sunday lesson? I would use our 5 unity principles as a reminder, with main concentration on our 5th unity principle, which reads, "Knowledge of these spiritual principles is not enough. We must live them." This rang so true with me. I used to be one of those angry, frustrated drivers here in Florida. If there was a little, all I could see in the car behind me was a little white head, and all I could see was this, I was so frustrated. I was always in a hurry. However, the lesson in this for me is I can't just talk these principles. I have to live them every day in all situations. So think about it. The next time you are in a situation that calls for an action rather than a reaction, particularly a Christian action, are you going to think about how you respond? We have to walk, I have to walk the walk. I can't just talk the talk. And the scripture that I would use is from the New International Version of my Bible, and it would be from Philippians 4, verses 8 and 9. Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Whatever you have learned or received or heard from me or seen in me, put into practice, and the God of peace will be with you. For me, I will remember those words the next time I'm faced in a situation, particularly in traffic here in Florida over spring break. I also want to leave you with one little thing that I think about often, and that is learning to laugh at myself. Because as it is said, blessed are those who can laugh at themselves, for we shall never cease to be amused. Thank you. Go out and have a blessed day. And remember, we know better. We're expected to do better. Bless you all.